Good day everyone, I am Dulce Marie. So I'm going to tackle about limits. So what is limits? Limits is the value that a function approaches as the input approaches some value. So I have an example here, so we're going to find its limits. So this is example number 1. So as you can see, this is a polynomial. So we're going to find its limits. So limits of x approaches 3 of x squared minus 4x plus 7. So this is the function's value. So we're going to replace this function's value into 3. 3x squared is equals to 9. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Bring down positive 7. So before we do the operation, so we're going to add the positive. So 9 plus 7 is 16. Bring down negative 12. So 16 minus 12 is 4. So the limits of x approaches 3 is positive 4. So I have another example here. As you can see, it is very different from the previous example. But still, it can find its limit. So, limits of x approaches negative 2 of square root x squared plus 12. As you can see, the inside of the square root is a binomial, a polynomial. But the entire expression is not a polynomial because of its square root symbol. To apply this function, we're going to use the property of roots. That says that we can apply the limits of function to the square root function. So we're going to take the square root of limits of x approaches negative 2 of x squared plus 12. So we're going to replace the x to its value, which is negative 2. So square root of negative 2 squared plus 12. Quick note, always use a parenthesis when substituting a numerical value into an algebraic expression. Like for example, 2 squared is negative 2 squared is equals to negative 4. Whereas when you use parentheses, negative 2 squared is equals to positive 4. So the exponents only act what they are sitting on. So let's proceed to this operation. So negative 2 squared is equals to positive 4. Bring down positive 12. So 4 plus 12 is equals to square root of 16. So what is the square root of 16? It is positive 4. So the limits of x approaches negative 2 is positive 4. Another example, we're going to deal with the quotient. So when finding its limit, we have to make sure that the denominator should not be 0 because we cannot divide 0. It's going to be indeterminate or undefined. So we're going to find the limit of x approaches 3 of 4x minus 15 over 2x minus 3. So quick check. If I'm going to replace the denominator, this x, into 3, so I'm going to get 6 minus 3. So when finding its limit, the quotient, the function, it should not be an indeterminate or undefined. So we can take the limit by applying properties of quotient. So limits of x approaches 3 of 4x minus 15 over limits of x approaches 3 of 2x minus 3. So, we're going to replace the x to its value, which is 3. So, 4 times 3 is 12. So bring down 15. So its denominator going to be 2 times 3, so 6. So bring down negative 3. So 12 minus 15 is negative 3. Then 6 minus 3 is positive 3. So the answer is negative 3 over 3. So since it can be divided, so negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. So the limits of x approaches 3 is negative 1. So that's all for today's discussion about limits. So I hope it gained more knowledge about this tutorial. So thanks for watching.